How is it going then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. Today, we are bringing you a Parejo 88 rated rule breaker player review. We're going to let you know whether this card is worth you picking up, whether you should go and put him into your team, whether it's better than Marcus Llorente de Jong. Is he that sort of card? So before we jump into it, please do let me know if you guys enjoyed this video by leaving a like and subscribe to the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. We do provide you with a lot of player reviews on any new teams, any new cards that do come out. So stay tuned for obviously more of them as we get more cards released. So Parejo is an 88 rated card, 87 pace, 85 shooting, 85 passing, 85 dribbling, 73 defending, and 72 physical. He's costing 80,000 coins on PlayStation and 90,000 coins on Xbox and PC at the minute. Plays obviously in the centre midfield position. He comes with 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot. He's 6 foot with medium work rates. I'm getting sick of seeing medium work rates, me. Lean body type. Player traits. Doesn't have anything of interest for us. So let's go ahead and kind of talk about the card. Where did I play him? I played him in a left centre mid role in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Because I think when you look at this card, he's not a defender. He's not a centre defensive mid like by himself. You know, he's not going to be kind of playing that role. But he's not a cam. He's not more attacking. He's a box-to-box CM. I think that's the only way you can play this card. I saw people talking about striker. Arguably, yes. But, I mean, if you like her lack of skill moves up front, then fair enough. But that personally isn't for me. So I played him in a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. Okay. What chemistry style did I play on him? I played a powerhouse on him, actually. I think a lot of people will probably go with a shadow. But you can go for a powerhouse, because the reason why I went for this is because it increases his passing. It takes his short passing to 97 and his long passing to 95, and then increases his defending and making his defensive awareness a bit better and his standing tackle a bit better. When you look at these sort of stats, the defensive stats obviously just aren't there. Yes, he does have interceptions at 83, which is good, but 72 defensive awareness, 72 stand tackle is a little bit poor. The short passing at 87 and the long passing at 85 with 85 vision is fine. That's not a problem. He does then have, obviously, pretty good shooting stats with 91 long shots, 83 shot power, 85 finishing. The dribbling, he has 80 agility, 81 balance, and 85 dribbling overall with ball control of 89. So it's pretty good on the ball, right? Which is why you may see some people go on an engine as well, though, to make him feel even better on that side of things. So let's go ahead and talk about his pros and cons. I start off with the pace. How did he feel? Was he quick? He has the ability to move the ball forward, yes. What he kind of reminded me of, if I'm honest, because he's 6 foot and lean, he seemed like kind of Yaya Toure-like in the sense that he can pick the ball up and carry with it. Physical stats obviously aren't the same as Yaya Toure, so, you know, do that into account. But that's the sort of vibe that I got from him, that he can pick the ball, carry it 5-10 yards, take you out of midfield and kind of get you into attack. That was pretty good with Parejo. I quite enjoyed him in that sense. It doesn't feel lightning quick, but with 85 sprint speed and 90 acceleration in the middle of the park, you cannot moan with that whatsoever. That is absolutely fine and brilliant. Let's go ahead and talk about his shooting. How was his shooting? I didn't really get into too many shooting positions with him, and that makes it hard for me to judge his shooting out and out. But I think the reason why I didn't get into too many shooting positions is because of the medium work rates. Now, I played him on balanced, right? I let him decide what he wanted to do, how he wanted to get forward. And I'll be honest, he just quite didn't really. I don't know why. I don't know why he wasn't wanting to get forward, but he just didn't. So we played 6 games with him in Elite Division of Rivals. So maybe he just got a little bit out-muscled, which meant he wasn't getting into those sort of positions. Or maybe I wasn't utilising properly, but he just didn't seem to get into the shooting position enough for me to really judge it. His passing, how was his passing? His passing was fine. And again, I said this in our previous player review. I'm really struggling to judge passing on players right now, because I personally feel like the driven passes and the over-the-top through balls are strong with almost anyone, right? The R1X, the RBA for the driven pass, and the over-the-top through ball. They just feel pretty strong across the board as it is. So it's really hard for me to say, oh, yeah, his was exceptional. They were fine, though, you know, good enough for the standard of what we need at this stage of the FIFA. And the stats back that up as well. So that's absolutely not a problem. We kind of talked about his dribbling, but I'll kind of go over it again for you. He felt very good on the ball in terms of being able to turn and kind of lay the ball off. For a guy that's 6 foot, I was quite happy with that. When I looked at, when I played with Klevski, we did a player review on him. he was very different. Kessie, for example, as well. They just felt really slow and sluggish on the ball. But Parejo did feel quite nimble and good in that sense. Given that he is 6 foot as well, certainly not a bad side. And you could obviously go and increase his dribbling even more with an engine chemistry style should you wish to. By the way, I haven't mentioned, this guy got given plus 37 pace, which is insane. Absolutely insane. So yeah, that's how I kind of felt on his dribbling. Defensive stats, physical stats. I don't think you even want to have him as a defensive midfielder. You would be playing him, if you are going to pick up this card, you'd be playing him next to someone who's more of a defensive-minded midfielder. So think about a Casemiro, a Fabinho, a Kante, a Kessie, someone like that. Parejo would be the man next to him willing to go forward a little bit more. Because even when you took a shadow on him, you take him to 82 defensive stats overall, which when you look at that, 82 stand tackle, not bad, but defensive awareness at 77. His interceptions go to 93. I think manually, if you were controlling this guy, he'd be pretty good defensively with a shadow on him. But if you're going to trust the AI to do it for you, he's not going to be the right sort of guy for you to kind of, you know, be a defender. And with those work rates at medium, you ever seen Wolf of Wall Street? You know, when he says, Fugazi, and he says, oh, what's Fugazi? And he's like, oh, neither there or here or there. It's like that medium work rates on a card like this. Because he's not incredible going forward because the lack of skill moves. But he's not incredible defending. So they're just like, they're just there. They just exist. It's really frustrating, these work rates, man. It really annoys me. So yeah, that's how kind of the defensive and the physical stats came in for me. How would you link this guy? Is he easy to link? Yes, in La Liga, because he's Spanish. And surprise, surprise, there's a lot of Spanish players in La Liga. Club's obviously not the greatest to link. You've got that Danjuma that you can link him to, which isn't a bad little card, actually. That Danjuma, I did quite like him. Linking him elsewhere, a little bit more difficult. You know, Spanish, obviously, different leagues and whatnot. You've got a few links here and there, but a little bit harder to link on that side of things. So, not great links if you're looking at going into a hybrid. But if you're going to kind of like hyperlink him, you've obviously got Jordi Alba, which you could do as well. Jordi Alba's a good card as well. You've got the Marcus Llorente. There's a few little ways that you can get him into a hybrid team should you need to. The longevity of the card. How long can this card last you on FIFA 22? I think he's behind the power curve now, if I'm honest with you. And I put this down to the fact that when we compare him to someone like Marcus Llorente to me is cheaper, plays better in game, and is a tradable item. You can pick up Marcus Llorente for 66,000 coins on PS, 60,000 coins on Xbox. It's tradable, and you can change it when you want. And Marcus Llorente performed better in game for me. Marcus Llorente plays in the same role, Spanish, centre mid. He's just a better card, if I'm honest with you. Like, if I'm being picky. Now, yes, obviously, the Parejo has better stats in the shooting department, in the passing department, in the dribbling department. Not as good defensively or in the physical stats. But for the trade-off of not putting coins into an untradeable card and just using a Llorente for the next 2-3 weeks, then changing Llorente to upgrade to, you know, whatever he may be, I think that's the better option. Enjoyment of card. Let me go back to that. Sorry, longevity as well. Can he last any longer than what I've just currently said? Yes, you could probably use him for the next 3 weeks, 4 weeks. At a push, I just don't think he's even in the power curve right now. Enjoyment of card. Did I really enjoy him? Not really. I just kind of felt like I was trying to get the ball to him to get him involved. Like, I didn't really get too much out of him. I didn't feel like he was good. Like, you know, you can see that he can break away and he can do that like you saw there. And he can switch the ball and he can move the ball. It's just kind of one of them. I just feel like if he was more of an attacker, I'd get more out of him. If he was more of a defender, I'd get more out of him. But because they're just, you don't. I know. I've kind of gone over that loads, haven't I? Sorry. Suitable level. Can he be played at all levels? Well, I use him in the Elite Division. And he held his own. So, yeah, you can use him at all levels. There's not a problem there on that side of things. And his overall rating, what would I give him? I just don't think he's that great of a card. Like, I just don't think you need to go and do this card. I think you can keep Marcus Llorente. I think you can keep De Jong. I think you can, even if you're using Valverde, I think Valverde I really enjoy, by the way. I think you can stick with them. I don't think you need to go and change and get this Parejo into your team. Now, if you've got a load of untradeable fodder, yeah, maybe you want to get him because he's an 88 rated. You can use him as fodder down the line. He's not really expensive. He's pretty cheap in the grand scheme of things. If you want to try a different card out, if you want to get a rule breaking simple free, I would probably give this card about a 7 out of 10, to be honest, because he just wasn't all that for me. It just really lacks in. He's not great at one thing, but he's just okay at everything as a whole. And then that's kind of it, really. So a little bit of a letdown for me, but I knew that going into this card because I knew that was what he was going to be like, because I can tell from the face stats kind of how he is. You know, the skill moves suck. The work rates suck for you. Yes, he's got a good weak foot, but that's about it, really. So that's my opinion on him. You guys let me know exactly what you think to him. Are you going to complete him? Let me know if you're going to put him into your team. Do you think Marcus Llorente is going to be better for you? Pop your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for supporting the videos. Catch all of you in the next one. Bye-bye.